We're here at Soul Gallery in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We have a show opening on October 30th and it extends to November 15th. It's called Two Perspectives from on the Western Landscape. I'm also here to introduce you to the two gentlemen who are featured in this show, Robert Sim and Darrell Baschak. And this is Darrell. Darrell, it's just wonderful to have you here, and your work is amazing.
Hi, I just wanted to welcome everybody to the gallery, the Soul Gallery here in the Exchange District, and I just wanted to say how happy and honored I actually am to be included in this exhibition with Robert Sim. I've been with Julie, I believe, like 14 years, and it's always so exciting to have an exhibition, and particularly being included with such another wonderful artist such as Robert. I thought I'd maybe just take a little time to talk about some of my pieces. I grew up in northern Manitoba, Paw, Manitoba, and spent a lot of time tramping around the forest and the lakes up there, and also spent a lot of time when I was younger in Flin Flon, Manitoba. And so this piece here is portraying Amisk Lake, which is north a little bit of Flin Flon, and it's just a lovely, lovely lake that unfortunately suffered a lot of damage this year through the forest fires. I've become more of a patient painter over the years, and this was there's quite a lot of detail in here that sometimes I generally wouldn't go to the detail, but I just felt the piece needed that because of the structure of the limestone and to show the age of the beauty and the grandeur of that place. So we moved from this piece to this one, which is the same lake in a slightly different location, but the same water, the same color. And I just love how Laura and Julie situated these two paintings because they flow together so nicely. So thank you for that. The beauty of the world that we live in, to recreate that in the humble way that I can. There's no way that I can come close to our Creator's creation, but it's an honorable occupation. You know, we try our best, and I love exploring color relationships, blues against oranges and greens against purples, and like it's just a happy dance. And in the end, amazingly, it looks believable, so that's always a good thing. And we move from that large piece to this other large piece, which is portraying the Lake of the Woods area, and it's titled Rock Standing in Water. And that title was given to me by my esteemed friend Ovid Mercredi, who watched me paint this partly, and he was quite intrigued with it. And he said, Darrell, if I was to title that, he said I would entitle it Rock Standing in Water. And then he gave me that name in Cree, and I've written it on the back because I cannot pronounce it properly. I don't want to do it injustice, but it was a very meaningful thing that he did for me, and I'm so honored. And I'm happy with the result. It just works for me on a lot of different levels. So we moved this piece here. This is Riding Mountain National Park, and it's like more of an aerial perspective, which I haven't done a great deal of actually. So it was a challenge to do, and I had a great deal of fun with it. Again, working with color and just relationships, color and patterns, and working greens against purples and blues against oranges again, and trying not to get too caught up in details, but just leaving that up to the viewer's imagination. And I'm really quite pleased with the outcome. So.
And now I'd like to introduce you to Robert Sim. He's the other artist in this duo exhibition on the two perspectives of the Western landscape. His work is breathtaking as well.
I'm happy to be here in Julie's gallery as part of the exhibition, along with Darrell Baschak. The paintings from both Darrell and myself are of the Western landscape, particularly Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And my work is largely, or exclusively, I guess, from southern Manitoba. The paintings, more than anything, represent my own feelings about the landscape. I could say a little about my painting process, or my approach to landscape painting. In general, when I find something that interests me, I will do some sketches on site, perhaps a watercolor painting. I think it is important to spend some time in the landscape itself to really get a sense of what it is you're looking at. I also will take reference photos, and then from the sketches and the reference photos, I will work on a number of studies before working on the final piece. In this painting, one of the things I guess I did with the painting was to sort of simplify the composition, and also not mute the colors, but I didn't use a lot of color variation in the scene. And it's because there was something just about the overall scene which I found attractive, and I didn't want to distract from the scene with a lot of extraneous detail. On the other hand, I added a number of flowers of unknown origin to the painting, just to give it some color variation so that your eye moves around the entire scene. And with this particular scene, I probably did, I'm thinking, at least half a dozen studies, and the painting continually changed as I worked on it, and it got simpler and simpler. And the main interest for me was just conveying what a winter looks like in Manitoba, and snow is a large part of that. I think for everyone, being outside in a natural environment is something that makes us feel, it just makes us feel more alive. We have a sense of sort of well-being. It's really hard to say why landscape painting appeals to us. For some reason, we connect with it. I kind of think it's because this really is our world. Without this natural environment, we would not be here. We wouldn't be alive, actually.